Good morning, trappers. Ed Schneider, Kansas Trapline Products. Hey, today's video, I want to talk about salient features and how to set those up, or why do we set them up. Now, the salient feature term has been used long before any trappers ever used it. Certainly in the Civil War memoirs and books, they talk about attacking the salient. But Bill Nelson and Craig O'Gorman, both of them emphasized the importance of, if you have a salient feature in your area, that it's a good choice location to put a set in at the salient. So what is a salient feature? Let's go just make it as simple as we can to talk about it. Say you have a crop ground that has bean field over here on this field, and you can still see bean stubble, and then on this side it was corn, but it's been disked up, or even if it's still corn, but let's just say it's disked up. So you have a plowed field and you have a bean stubble field, and you got the crop change. Well, crop changes are great at any time, but what if all of a sudden there was this clump of grass? I mean, and you'll see in my video, there'll be just in this one field, the first video I'm going to show you is there's just a clump of weeds right there. In this case, it isn't grass, it's tumbleweed. But the point being is it's visually appealing. It's visually, something's there. And from a coyote's perspective, well, that's in a landscape of nothing in the area. Well, if there's a shot at finding a mouse, it'd be a good place to hunt there, a quail, a pheasant. They'd be in that salient. So that's what this is about. I'm going to show you a couple of different small examples. Second example isn't as much of a salient, but it is a clump of tumbleweed in this case, in a relatively non-visual type of an area. It's pretty flat country. So you add a salient. It could be anything. It could even be some logs that are piled up into the edge of the field. That would technically be a salient feature in your trap line. There's a lot of different examples. The one thing I want to say, just because there's a tree that's in the middle of a 200-acre field, and yes, that would be a salient feature, I'm not necessarily just going to trap that one tree if it has nothing to do with the normal coyote travel. I hope that makes sense. So because I'm on the salient, I'm also really on a crop change, and the crop change is the natural flow of the animal's path, and then the salient gives us a place to actually put the set that we all believe coyotes are going to go to, or fox or bobcat. They're all going to check that salient out in their travel, but have it in their travel. Don't go always just because you know that you got a one tree, 250-acre field. Yeah, can you catch on it? Yes, but I wouldn't. Don't put your money there. Hey, if you like these types of videos, hit that like button and subscribe. I love having you, and until we meet again, tight chains, trappers. Well, you gotta love a salient feature. Nice brushy area here right along the edge of a cornfield. You also have a couple traps down there near the point of the first night catch. Got this pup coyote. Nice scent post. I have a little dirt hole. You see this clump of weeds there? Well, that's a salient feature. And we'll see if he beat me over here or not, but I put in a dirt hole right there, and it looks like he's done some digging from the side, because my trap is right there where that corn stalk kind of is. So done a little pushing out to fix that. That's the downside to making little dirt holes into that stuff. They can kick it out of the way. So anyway, got a nice coyote, and I'll get it put down and get it remade, but beautiful. Okay, trappers, let's go ahead and remake this set. And go ahead, I just grabbed a little clump of this grass right here. I'll try not to shadow it in too much. Wind is kind of coming this way. It's quartering a little bit. Let me go ahead here and
I did not use any pan cover on this trap yesterday. It's a one-day check. I'll set this down. Let's go ahead and cut this down. Hopefully it's going to come out. Guys tell me they want to see me bed the trap, physically look at the trap, so let's do that. Got to kind of get down underneath once they, even though it is hard ground, even though it's soft as it is, that hard pan is hard. Okay, let me clean up my night latch. Looks good. Pan tension is loose on this. Ready to fire. Okay, setting that in. And let me go ahead and take my grass and create a spot as a scent post, something that's kind of contrasting. Get something contrasting here. I think it stands out. I'll show you the whole thing. But right now we just gotta get everything bedded in, and yeah, the dirt is bone dry here, folks. It's dry. The hard pan's hard, but at least I don't have to fight the weather like many of you do. And I'm sorry about that. I would reverse it if I could. Well, not really, but anyway. I just wanted to make you feel like the thought was there. All right. It's still a little moving. Get that dirt. Get a lot too much organic material underneath these and makes it sometimes kind of hard to bed. But yeah, the Swift Fox was just yanking on my darn pan covers. They're kind of like mice and rats, and it becomes a real pain. So I just did that. So my trap is done there. Let me scrape up some dirt, and I'm just going to cover the trap. Nothing fancy to it. My trap is solid. Take some of this loose dirt and press it in. And let me get some more dirt here. Plenty of it. There we go. Let me sweep that out. There's nothing really big about this. You just get it covered, and there's not a lot of packing because of that. Let me go and scrape out some dirt. Find my sifter again, and I'm gonna back this up a little bit. Let you see, but that's just all it is, guys. It's nothing fancy to it. I just have it bedded there. Now I gotta scrape up some dirt. Let me move this down a little bit, let you see. Kind of reorganize that, and there we go. Get about a picture of the bag. There we are. So I got to reestablish this trail, and it's kind of coming to you, really, because that's the edge of the field there. Let's get that smoothed out, coming to you, because that's where I think the coyotes are coming from or going to. And let's sift this out. Make it as natural as you can. Let some of that finer stuff drop in. Ages it up real nice. Same thing with over here. Taking the loose dirt, kicking out the old. Reestablish that trail. And we got ourselves a real nice scent post set. All right, there. Put my hammer back. I try to get in a rhythm. My rhythm being, let's not mess around and leave your sub behind. So when you're done using it, get it back in the bag. take some of this scat here. I'm going to put it on the upwind side, 10, 12 inches. Just a piece of scat. I picked up a lot yesterday. I had high hopes that today I would do well. Using coyote gland lure, and I'll smear that on my attractor. There we go. Let me make sure I got plenty of dirt around my attractor because it's not really in the ground. I don't want it leaving me. There we go. Now I can put some urine out. This is just coyote urine. Just coyote urine there. Good winter collected. And put some right there. So now I have my scent post done. I'll back up, grab the camera, let you see it, and see what this looks like. There we go. Get myself out of the picture, but that's what they were doing. They were coming, and I found some scat right there. And I think they're going right on up.